Today we're going to bring a multi-device Bluetooth wireless keyboard and mouse. Now we're going to take a look at it and see what you get and what else is included. Just to let you guys know, the vendor was kind enough to send this out for us to review. So let's take a look at it and see what you get. This is pretty much what you get. You get the actual keyboard itself. You get the actual mouse, and you get the charging station, and you get a wireless device. You can control it from this wireless USB. It's a 2.4. Now this is capable of handling any kind of Mac or PC, so it's compatible with either or. We're going to take a look at every single connection that can connect to the actual keyboard, and we're going to test it out. This is what I like about it. When you see a mouse that has this place that you can hide the actual USB, this is perfect. All right, let's take a look at the actual corner. We're going to start with the actual corner, and this is very important right here. On here, you get you get two Bluetooth, and then you get the 2.4 wireless connection in here, which is the USB. All right, to turn it on, it's just a switch. This is a volume control in here, and we're going to take a look at all the features. Of course, there's more included in here. If you guys can see it, it tells you how much power. If it starts blinking red, you're going to need to charge it up. You can always connect it directly to computers. That's another way you can control this keyboard, but you're not going to have options to the actual mouse unless you set it up through the wireless USB or Bluetooth. All right, today we're going to test out a couple items on here. We're going to test out a laptop, and we're going to test out an iPad and a Droid on it. So let's go ahead and commence. First, switch up devices. You hit the button. Right now we're doing that at number 1, but we're going to switch it up to number 1 here. So Bluetooth number 1 is there, and Bluetooth number 2. And when you hit the 2 button, if you guys can see it, it goes into number 2. And then we hit this one, the 2.4. That's the actual wireless little USB thing that they give you. All right, so that's another one. And then the charging station, it will light up in red when it's not charged. All right, and then you got your other controls we're going to go over. So right now we're going to get to do number 2, Bluetooth number 2, and it's blinking right now. And we're going to go ahead and open up the iPad. We're going to go ahead and open an iPad. We're going to go to settings on the Bluetooth, and then we go to Bluetooth, and then we find the actual system in here, and you'll see it's down here where it says keyboard, right here where it says keyboard. So 3.0, we're going to hit that one, and it's going to automatically do this one. And as soon as you do that, it's going to become solid. You see that? It's blinking once, and that's it. So we're able to close this out. So the keyboard's integrated with the actual system now, and I'm able to type notes, emails, and so forth. All right, so we're going to integrate it already. I integrated the actual keyboard and the mouse into the iPad. So we create a new note, all right? And I'm just going to type away right now. I'm going to click anywhere and start typing pretty much. And I could go back. And with the mouse, I have the mouse here. If you guys notice the mouse, I'm going to click on this one. Click in between and then just start typing in. I integrate. And then this is actual Apple integration. So I'm just going to hit the bottom button and just go anywhere and start looking for whatever you want to do. So I integrated the actual mouse with the keyboard on an iPad. Now we're going to do the same thing on a Droid application. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now if you guys can see, I killed one of the lights so the glare won't mess up the actual visualization of the actual system. So we're going to go ahead and set up a Droid in here. So we had number 2 done. Now we're going to do number 1 on this. We're going to integrate the actual mouse and the keyboard on the number 1. So what you need to do on the keyboard itself, you need to go in there and set up number 1. So if you guys can see on number 1, hit the 1. And it's going to start blinking. It starts looking for a Bluetooth. So what you need to do in here on the Bluetooth, you go into the settings, and then where it says connections, Bluetooth and connections on the Droid, we're going to go ahead and hit Bluetooth. We're going to hit Bluetooth, and we're going to look for it, and it found it already. It found 2 of them. It has a 5.0 and a 3.0, right? So we're going to use the 3.0 version keyboard, if you guys can notice. Older versions could use it. And then it's pairing. Go ahead and pair it. We're going to go ahead and erase everything from here. And it's simple as I'm going backspace, but you can always highlight things with your mouse and completely highlight everything in backspace, and you're able to delete everything. I like the integration, and you can use the mouse. It's like a computer. You could just go back and select the note and then clear it or wipe it out if you want. You don't have to go back with your finger and do that stuff, but you could integrate your finger and your mouse and your keyboard. I like the whole thing. If you're an accountant, this is great. The 10 key plus, man, this is something that a lot of keyboards are getting rid of, but it's still necessary. Now there's other functions you can do that. You can control the audio by hitting function, and it does the audio. If you guys notice the audio plus, audio minus, plus, So everything's in there. You can play music, you can forward music, you can do pretty much a lot of things that a computer can do on the actual Droid. You can also do the same integrations on the actual iPhone and also iPads too. So we're gonna go ahead and test that. Go ahead and put this music sideways like this. And now that we have the music, we're gonna turn it up, turn it down. And it has a feedback control. You can feel the knobs actually working. That's not bad. Look at that. You can pause the music. Of course, you have play. You can go to next music from function, next audio. All the integration is there that's required. We're gonna stop the music right now. So you can actually hit the pause button, the function, pause button, function, play button. It has all the features that a regular computer has with all the functions. So, all right, I'm gonna keep the lights off for right now, temporary, and I'm gonna bring the keyboard in front of me so you guys can see it over the actual laptop. I have a Surface laptop and they have so I had to put an adapter because I am gonna use the next function, which is the actual USB function. Be in here, integrate the USB, it's gonna pick up automatically. You have to go into the system and you have to change it to not the Bluetooth, but you gotta go into the actual Wi-Fi connection. Now we got integration with the actual keyboard, with the mouse. I'm sorry, with the mouse. Now we're gonna do it the actual keyboard itself. So let's go ahead and do that. The way it works, all you gotta do is push the button here. You guys can see the button here. You push the button, and it automatically goes in there. So you got this function going, and then we're gonna open up something to type it in. All right, we're gonna try to minimize the actual keys, and we're gonna type away. We can type away. We have the mouse integration here. You guys can see that mouse integration. Now, we're gonna bring all the items in here and surround the actual system and change from item to item. So let's go ahead and fit everything in the screen. We're gonna integrate everything in at the same time right now without changing any of the functions. So we have this one working here, all right? And then we rotate to this one. So let me log into this one. And then we're gonna rotate to this one. And the way, like I said, this is number 2. Remember that, number 2, we put in number 2. And we have the integration there. And then number 2, we got to change it here too. So we got number 2 there. And then we got the mouse there. If you guys can see the mouse, let me see. Let me show you guys. We got integration of the mouse, all right? And then the keyboard. Now we're gonna change it to number 1. We go back into number 1, we change it. There's number 1, we just changed it. And we got the integration now on the actual phone. So here's the mouse. If you guys can notice the mouse, I'm trying to keep it away from the light and try and control it if we can. I'm gonna have to twist it this way. Then we're gonna actually type away. And then if we ever want to go back to the computer, you hit 2G and you change on the mouse to 2G, the actual Wi-Fi, and then we go back to the beginning. And we got everything integrated. You don't have to change out anything. Unfortunately, you could do up to 3 devices only because it has a USB. The first one is the USB 2.4 hertz. The next one will be the actual Bluetooth. So your devices do have to have Bluetooth if you want to be able to use it. So if you forget your mouse, it's okay. You can always use your finger for these items itself, right? But you could, if you have a computer like I do, you could use your fingers too. So you could take just the keyboard if you want on any of the items, or the mouse, or both of them at the same time, and you don't have to ever worry about, integrating or reprogramming automatically because everything's built in the actual keyboard itself. So very clever, very awesome little keyboard, easy to take with you, easy to actually set up your phone here, or multiple 2 phones if you want. Easy to use. I love the keys that it has, it feels like a typewriter, old-fashioned typewriter. I like the integration, easy to use, easy to push the buttons and just forget it and go. That's what you do. I hope you guys enjoy the video. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful. And I hope you hit the like and subscribe.